I guess I have the benefit of appreciating how hard marketing is, but also the burden as a CEO to know that I gotta drive through that. I think if more CEOs understood marketing, their businesses would grow a lot faster.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big part of where the CMO has a role to play. I'll share a bit about like how do I think CMOs can deliver business value and C-suite relevance. The first thing and the most important thing in this mix is you have to understand the strategic metrics of the company, which are often not marketing metrics. And it's very different company to company. If you're private equity backed, you have different ones than if you are approaching going public, than if you're in a scale up phase or you're in a sort of stagnant phase where you have to change and transform. A couple strategies I'd recommend using on this. Do you know what your CFO's KPIs are? Ask them. They'll tell you. I think CFOs want nothing other than the full business pulling in the direction of where they see the business needing to go. Do you know what the valuation drivers of the company are? In some businesses, it might be growth. Some businesses, NRR might be more important than revenue growth. And so that gets to customer fit, it gets to profile, it gets to how marketing could support that. You really have to understand the context of metrics around. It might even be outside of marketing. Like there could be an area where, revenue per employee is a metric that's important that's being managed. Customer acquisition costs might be an issue, might not be an issue. And really understanding those pieces, I like to think of it of it's part of the leadership team's role because you're a new marketer in the organization, but also as the strategy evolves. This is an area where I think 2X, we practice what we preach. Our CFO spends a lot of time counseling our executive team about the financial acumen of this business and growth and what different metrics mean and what drives certain metrics and what's the one metric we're after, but of the 50 things that contribute to it, the one that's really the majority of it. And getting sort of that relationship where you can understand and be in a position of strength to really get what needs to happen. Great way to build a relationship, but also a great way to drive what needs to be done. The next one is that will help you define what marketing needs to be great at. It's knowing where you're going will help you identify what marketing should be great at doing. And then that will build on the next one that it will help you drive to decision making. You really need to understand, what marketing can do to achieve those goals, what your organizational capabilities are, what vendors and your partners in your ecosystem have capability to bring, what levers you can pull and what tools are in the toolbox, right? And really think creatively and transformationally about how to build an engine, a function, a team, an operating model, a budget, a prioritization towards what those things need to be. And I think you'll find last one is oftentimes you probably don't have what you need to get there. And then the mission becomes, well, how do I solve the gap? And how do I reimagine? How do I think differently? How do I innovate on getting work done and getting more done without more?